It's fine.
It's all comic books, mate.
Shh.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have
On this episode of AstroNaughty, Captain Mar-Vell is the film that we'll be reviewing. Those spoilers ahead. Captain Mar-Vell is the film that bridges Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. It's the origin story of Carol Danvers, a US pilot that gains superhuman abilities and an accident leaves her with memory problems. And also, the film is about how she works to uncover the truth about herself.
You said you had questions for us, to be honest.
I've got questions. Did the Kree seed all life on Earth?
I don't think so. And are you questioning why the Kree seem very human-like?
No, I'm questioning why they have names like Min-Irva, Sol hyphen.
I know what you're saying.
Greek
Duh
mythology.
hyphen.
It's the Asgard.
It's because it's written by people of Earth and it's fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know,
Nailed
but it's still
it.
so stupid. What was the other one? There was Minerva, Solar. There was another one.
Yeah,
And
all
it's like
Greek
these are.
mythology.
Yeah,
you know?
so did they seed life on Earth and then humans went, oh, there was this god who was really just an alien called Minerva.
They built all the pyramids and shit, then left, remember?
Did they? The Kree did.
Yeah, I assume so. Who built the pyramids otherwise?
The Egyptians.
Well, could have been the Kree. We don't know. You weren't there.
No, I wasn't, but they would have shown that in the film if it was so important.
Oh, the film's only 2 hours long.
I thought Stan Lee built the pyramids.
Yeah, well, he is in every film.
How good is his cameo?
Yeah, the train. I like that.
But she smiles at him. That was on the. That was more on the nose than you need
was
to be.
his
She
last-
knows it's Stan Lee.
It's his last
This
appearance.
was the last one. I didn't think this was the last one. I thought there
I
was.
think it was his last
thought it was,
appearance while he was alive.
Alive, I think so. Yeah, the next one's CGI.
And
She
the
punches an old lady in the face straight after, so that doubles it up.
and the Mallrats reference as well. That was great because he's in Mallrats.
I know.
And he's reading the script
Yeah.
that he's about to be in.
Yeah.
And that's a
I
great
didn't
film.
see that, but that is cool. Yeah, nice.
Depending on how you do it, like let's say you do a wink,
That was a blink.
okay.
Yeah, with two
Yeah,
eyes,
like-
it's a blink.
Yeah.
You want a hand?
Then
you want to hold one eye for you while you do it?
Ow, and a nod's a little bit stronger, but I mean these guys can't do that. Well, it's meant to be subtle. They're like wink and then fucking
Well, you
shaking you.
Smile at someone on the train? What's wrong with that?
And a big obvious smile like, oh, I know who this guy is.
I do it
that
all
was
the time.
Worst Stanley
People normally get off the train when I do it.
of all time.
The worst of all time. I can't say I've rated many, but I'll give you that. I'll say, because you are the holder of the keys of the cameo of Stan Lee, you can...
I've probably watched more Marvel films than you. I'm sure
I'd
Brennan's
say
watched
so.
more than me.
I've seen all of them.
Ever.
What about the red... come on, Steve. I'm just trying to... I was trying to
Ant-Man?
riff that's a riff.
The what, sorry?
Ant-Man?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I haven't.
If it's been released, I have seen it.
Because it's hard to see them if they haven't been
Right?
released.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So should we focus on this one, perhaps?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Let's.
So the Kree are a hyper-advanced civilization, which you were touching on. They may have seeded all life on Earth. It's possible.
Or it's just bad writing.
It's it's
Probably
Earth
just
writing.
bad writing.
It's
And I was
Earth writing.
disappointed by that.
Terrestrial writing.
Yeah.
The writing of this film is not amazing.
Really? I loved it.
The jokes are funny. The cast is amazing.
Brie Larson is fantastic.
It was a
in
great cast.
Yeah, but I think
She was a
the
little
writing
wooden in
was
it, but
a
you can only do what you're given with.
Yeah, and she is like an overpowered superhuman.
Then again,
being.
no one else was that fantastic. Samuel Jackson is always great because he is him. You can
They
just
make him look
shove in.
like proper young.
They do.
They do well.
He looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Not that he doesn't now. I think he's a very attractive man.
And Jude Law's a great actor. Anna Bening was in it. Got so
I
many
feel like-
people, but feels like they don't get enough screen time to really get anything done, or they don't get enough scenes that really make me care.
Well, they're not the main character.
Yeah.
I know, but they're still important enough.
For me, Jude looked like he was having fun with the character, but I didn't really like his performance that much.
It wasn't.
I like him as
Yeah.
an actor, but you could see he was enjoying the role, but I was like, I was confused as to why she was the only one of the Kree Starfighter? What are they called? The Star Soldiers? Whatever. The Kree, combat force,
Star
the warrior
Force.
race, Star Force, who didn't seem to be a strange color or have weird pupils or some kind of augmentation. So that was, obviously, spoilers that you find out in the film because she's actually human. Yeah.
Well, I guess the Kree have, just like mankind has, people different, physical characteristics, but, share a commonality. That's maybe why some of the Kree are blue, like Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah.
I want to say
Kree,
slow your roll.
Kree are traditionally blue, I think.
Yeah.
Are they?
Okay.
I
All
think
of them.
in the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, so why
Originally,
was
and
it,
then...
to be fair, most of the Kree were blue.
what was his name? Jonas Rog, wasn't it?
Oh, Jude Law's character.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm so
Okay.
bad with names.
Yeah, that's Jonas Rog. Yeah, he isn't blue, but he has the kind of the interesting pupils
Yes.
But yeah,
and all the power weapons.
the original Captain Mar-Vell from the 60s,
He's
he
blue.
was white, so
It wasn't
everyone.
he that was the original Captain Marvel before it was Carol Danvers.
yeah. So
Okay.
Annette Bening's character,
Lawson.
Dr. Larson, who then reveals herself to be Mar-Vell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She is a gender swapped version of the
I
original
see.
1960s Captain Mar-Vell.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool touch.
Yeah, and so that's where Brie Larson's character, Carol Danvers, gets the name Captain Mar-Vell.
So many old people will be so annoyed that they swapped a gender. I love it.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Well,
Probably.
you actually
who
can.
cares?
You just swap the gender. I think it just happened.
It works for the film, and
It-
especially with the film's undertone of like strong women.
Yeah.
I think it really worked well.
Yeah.
They pushed that a
Lot
little
of
bit too hard, but
empowerment.
maybe that's great for.
Really, I thought it was just right. I really liked it.
I mean, I don't mean in a shitty way. Like it could have been worse. It's like, but maybe it's that's great because maybe someone who really needs that message would watch it. Who knows? There's got to be some people who would really need that message and then begrudgingly accept, or that young women watching that movie, watching it. Sorry, and being taking away something from that. I'm just looking at for myself, just going, yes, I know why are you telling me this. Yes,
Well, it's
I know
not
women.
just for
I know
you.
women can
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
That's fine. Exactly, it's not.
I have
But
a
also-
similar perspective.
But I just
yeah.
saw that and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, I have a similar perspective there to Steve. I think the empowerment in it and the gender positivity, fantastic. Really diverse cast as well. Really, really cool stuff.
It
But
was.
as a jaded old white man, it did feel a bit like a veneer because I feel similar to Steve in that, like, yes, girls obviously and women can do everything, and I'm so glad
I never
the
thought
film-
they couldn't.
No, of course, but I'm glad the film portrays that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think also Brendan touched on the
It's
fact
like,
that
yeah, some
fingers
people-
crossed that will just happen naturally because of films like this. Yeah.
Hmm.
And society's general acceptance.
Hopefully
of
one day
them.
things will just be the norm, so you won't need to really point out things. It'll be like, yeah, of course anyone can.
It's still
do
not
anything.
the norm, though. Like, even though you
Exactly,
might feel
yes.
that it's, that women can do anything, there are still a lot of
There's
people
still a lot of
telling women
roadblocks.
that they can't
Yeah.
do everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
So-
people will die out,
Yeah,
will.
but
No, but
not
they're-
quickly enough.
not
But-
quickly
But
enough.
those old people are also
This isn't a call to
influencing.
action.
Those old people
Don't
are
need
also
to speed. They will die
influencing
naturally.
Yeah.
younger people. So
Yes, it's because the stuff passes down generationally. There's still, unfortunately, young, especially men, who have issues with
Yeah,
gender
but those people are
equality.
idiots. You always can
Yeah,
have
but-
idiots. That's the problem.
That's who we need to educate. And if Hollywood can do that, high five.
I thought the film was, hey, this is okay.
what a high praise.
This is better than if there was nothing there.
Okay.
My choice is a blank screen or this. I guess I pick this.
pick this, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hate it.
I
At
assume
all.
if you're familiar with the comic book lore,
You'd
the
probably love
Kree
it, yeah.
and the Skrulls have Skrulls.
The Kree, I really
Have
only
a bit
know
more-
from Guardians of the Galaxy, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So the Skrulls I'm aware of from reading the Marvel Zombies comics. When I first learned about them, I'm like, oh, okay. Even though the Marvel Zombies are the bad guys, I got the feeling that the Skrulls were very serious and warlike, and they were bad guys as well. So I'm not sure if that's generally meant to be the case, that the Skrulls and the Kree are both bad guys, and she just managed to hit upon, last remnants of the Skrulls, or just, some people, some
Refugees.
civilians, refugees, and that's why these guys are cool.
Yeah, so in the comics, the Skrulls and the Kree are both villain
Okay.
races, I guess.
But they're both villains that don't dislike each other. They are their own enemies as well.
They hate each other and they're at war with each other.
Yeah.
And the Skrulls have tried invading Earth, and they regularly fight Earth's
Was
heroes.
this the Secret Invasion?
Yeah. That's,
Okay.
And then for this, though, that they turned that on their head a bit because everyone was expecting the Skrulls to be who they were showing them
that's
as.
a nice little twist. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was fun.
changed it so that the Skrulls were like an invaded race,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
ended up getting into a war rather than starting one or trying to take over.
Yeah, and
So-
they were chasing the tech in order to go somewhere else and be safe.
Yeah, and their leader even says, "My hands aren't clean. I'm dirty." They've gotten heavily involved in a war.
Yeah.
But from their point of view, they're freedom fighters as opposed to two warring nations or two warring empires.
Yeah. And Ben Mendelsohn. Is it Mendelsohn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nails it. And
He's
he does
so
a pretty
good.
role. He struggles with his accent a little bit. Bless him.
A
but
little bit, but when he's in his Skrull
What is his
form, and he's
nationality? Is he
He's Australian.
He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
yeah.
can hear it. The twang comes
well,
through.
when
Oh, I
he's in
thought
the
that was
Skrull
put
form,
on.
he just does it an Australian accent. He
Yeah.
doesn't bother doing the American one anymore.
Yeah.
And that scene with the
I thought that was
milkshake,
fake
whatever
and
it
he put
is,
it on.
so good.
yeah, we're sipping on the
It's
milkshake.
just
Yeah.
so immediately you're disarmed.
How does a leather jacket survive entry and re-entry?
My first thought when
Yeah.
she put the jacket on,
She
I was
fly
like,
real
that's
slow.
going to burn up.
Yeah.
No? With her powers, wouldn't that burn up?
Yeah, you would assume so. Unless she goes
What, when
really,
she fell
really
to Earth,
slow.
she wasn't wearing it then?
No,
So she
it
flew
would,
out with it though.
Oh, okay.
her proton powers or
Oh,
whatever
okay.
it is. I just immediately I thought, and again, it's a movie, it's comic books, it's fine.
real, man.
It's fine. It's all fine.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna be
thought she
okay.
was going to leave the jacket for Lieutenant Trouble.
Who, in the comic books, is the second Captain Marvel.
That's
Is that
cool.
why she builds a rocket ship?
I thought that was pretty heavy with it. I don't know, maybe one day and I was like, oh, she's
Yeah,
gonna be
so-
something.
Monica Rambeau is the second person to
Rambo.
whatever.
The Creole.
Okay. Is the second person to be Captain Marvel. She's the first female Captain Marvel. And then later on goes on to be Photon, which is the call sign of her mum when she's in the Air Force.
Oh.
Nice.
So it's a nice little Easter egg there.
Yeah. Cute. Oh, quickly, the Flurgan, the cat, was called Goose.
Flurkin.
Yeah,
Flurkin.
with
Flurkin.
Yes. it
Top
was a-
Gun reference.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
the fighter pilots. I
Yeah,
like
and then
it,
when they,
No one
she
ever
even
wants to
says
be
like,
Goose.
"Hold on, Goose," like a reference to
Yeah.
to the film. So good.
It is good. I love the idea that Nick Fury's mum calls him Fury.
And his kids would call him Fury.
And he calls his
Papa
mum Fury.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
calls his mum Fury. Yeah. That was pretty good.
Thanks for watching AstroNaughty's review of Captain Marvel. I'm Stephen.
I'm Dan.
I'm Brendan.
Sayonara.
Pax.
Bye.